So guys, whilst filming this video, I've just really got a lot of abuse off certain individuals, one in particular, who basically just spent 20 minutes saying that I'm a man, and basically I went up to 3 people and I asked them if I could ask them a couple of questions for my channel. They said no, which is fine, but they said no in a very rude way, telling me that they're uncomfortable and they don't care that they're being rude. And so I left, I walked off, and then as I was walking a different way, they ended up passing me, and just before they walked past me, they asked me if they could have a word, and me, because I am polite, I said yes, unlike them being very rude in saying no when I asked them, but I said yes. And they said, well, they asked me what I wanted to ask them, and I told them I want to ask your opinions on transgender people and ask you a couple of questions surrounding that. And they said, yeah, they'll do it, they'll answer the questions, but off camera. Now, I could have just walked off and said, why would I do that, no. But I'm not just making these videos to make content. I'm doing it to try and get people talking about the issues surrounding, transgender people's rights and things like that. I'm doing it to get, try and make things better, for transgender people, and I think one step towards that is educating people and, addressing some of the misconceptions. So I said, yes, I'll have the conversation with you. And I've just stood there for about, 20 minutes. Whilst I've just basically been called a man. And why don't I just be gay? Try being gay for a week. You're a man. I mean, at first, you might ask why I didn't just walk away, and that's because at first I thought I was getting through to them. Well, him in particular, because the woman with him was actually really nice, and I think she felt a bit uncomfortable what he was saying. I thought that by, educating him a bit more, because I actually said to him, I understand how you've, come to these conclusions in your own mind, but that's because of lack of education and knowledge about the subject. And I actually said, if people were more educated, I think they'd think differently about things, and that's why I'm doing things like this. So at first I thought I was getting somewhere, even though it was rude. That were quite a consistent, thing throughout. It was quite rude, but at the end it was just awful, and I ended up saying, I'm walking away now, and I just left. But it was so rude, and I normally don't get upset about things like this because I'm used to it, to be honest with you. I am, I've spent so many years getting abused just for being who I am, but it was horrific, the things they were saying. It was disgusting. I'm a man, and then waving his friend who was with him, waving her scarf in front of my face, saying, what's this? It's a scarf. I'm not going to call it sunglasses. Saying all this to me, that you're a man, laughing and saying, it's a man. I'm talking to a man. Things like that. It's just disgusting. And like I said, I normally don't get upset about things like this, but I don't know, sometimes you can't help it. And I don't know. And I actually said to him, I says, being transgender is not a choice. Why would anyone choose this life with how hard it is? I said to him, why would somebody choose this, knowing that they've got to wake up every day and basically deal with people like you and be abused by people like you? Why would anyone choose that? But it wasn't having any of it. And towards the end, after I'd given them my time, it was just outright abusive, and it was disgusting. So yeah.